What's up, Internet? It's Kyle.
And
I'm
Nick.
back. I've been sick all week, but I came back for my favorite show of the week, the original art experience. So I'm here. Nick's here. We've got great art. And you're here too. Jordan was here before we even started.
Jordan's the man.
Jordan
Jordan
beat
is
both
the
Nick
man.
and I here.
It's because, you know what? Jordan is here in spiritual support, and I can never thank him enough. I love Jordan. We do a lot of sales together. We do a lot of trades together. He did something that was so cool. We talk about this all the time. We try and present artwork to the world, and we try and just educate people on original art because we love original art. We want to get more fans buying original art. But the thing is nobody does it as well as Bill Cox of Comic Art Fans. And Jordan, just 2 Mondays ago, did a sales show that Bill Cox ran, and it was Jordan versus Anthony. It was under $500. It was fantastic. Everything was under $500. Everything was affordable, and it was just such a great show. We say this all the time. If you are not aware, whether you're watching us on Facebook or YouTube or Twitter or our website, make sure when you go to YouTube, you put Comic Art Live on and you look for Bill Cox's show. He has so many great shows. Right now, I think he's on Sunday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night consistently. Check out some of the past shows, subscribe, hit like, and just really enjoy the experience. And I think this one, am I okay? Looked like I phased out for a second.
No, you're good.
All right, cool.
I mean, you phasing out is basically you just going like this and turning into John Cena. So
people are actually.
We can't see Nick. Let's look at this.
I wish I couldn't see Nick. They're thinking, I wish I couldn't see Nick.
But real quick, before we start showing people art, I started collecting when we started doing this show.
Right.
Right. And I got Nick has been holding a lot of my art for me until I could get my framer ready to frame it all. So it's all started showing up. And this piece showed up yesterday here at the house. And I just want to show everybody. I picked this up on this very show because Nick didn't want to sell it, but I had to have it. Which this is my 2-page Wonder Man spread that I just picked up. Just showed up at my house. And just as the whole reason I want to talk about it, guys, when it got here, there was a giant footprint on the box.
Oh, yeah, you told me about that.
And, Nick's team and Nick packed it up so nice that the art was totally unaffected. Even the second box that they put in it was like 6 boxes that they had this. It was like a Russian nesting doll of comic art.
It's funny. My buddy Arnois always tells me that the way I pack boxes, it's bulletproof. It takes them forever to open them. And
dude, 2 knife blades.
Sorry, man. Just want to make sure you get it in pristine condition. It's the most important thing.
Yeah, I'd rather have to go through razor blades than have art with a footprint on it.
Right? Ain't that the truth? And, and at least you don't do what I do, which is rip right into it and then rip the art. But anyway, let's go. Speaking of art, anyway, like I said, listen, no matter what channel what platform you're watching us on, make sure you check out Comic Art Live. Every Wednesday, my favorite thing to watch during the week is Dueling Dealers. I love Dueling Dealers. Those guys rock, and it's a lot of fun. But like I said, Jordan is here, and he's just such a great supporter. We're going to go right into the art, though, because that's what you're here for. Some of you may want to listen to me talk, but that's probably my mom's watching, and that's it. So we're going to start with Ultimate 6, number 5. This is page 13. This is Trevor Harshen art. It is so beautiful. It is Trevor Harshen inked by Danny Miki. And Danny Miki is hands down one of the best inkers in the industry. He really, really can complement any penciler so well. and just make beautiful art even look more beautiful. Now, this page is fantastic because you've got Ultimate Dr. Octopus and Ultimate Sandman with Ultimate Spider-Man, and I just love it. So this book, I think, is from about 2005, 2006. I can't remember exactly.
2003. It says right there at the bottom of the screen, man.
Oh, you mean Open My Eyes?
Yeah. 2003, Ultimate 6, number 5.
All right. And what I want, it is sweetheart. It is. Danny, Jimmy, Scott, Klaus, and Dick Giordano are inking royalty. Agree 100%, my friend. Jordan, I agree. So this is almost 20 years old, and it's Trevor Harshen art. And Trevor does not draw as much as any of us would like him to. The Ultimate Universe is taking off again. It's, believe it or not, becoming nostalgic. So getting artwork that's 20 years old, this is a great place to be. What I want to remind everybody here is I'm here to talk about art and bring more art to you. If there is a piece of art you'd like tonight and you can't pay for it right away, I'm fine taking a down payment, and then you can pay me over the course of 30 days or so. Because if you love the art, I'd like to see you have it because it grows the industry. Ronald, how are you, my friend? Great to be seen by you. Hopefully you agree that it's great to see me, or you just want to see the art. You know, John's not here. We don't have the color commentary of John tonight. Rex is on vacation. Apparently I drive everybody crazy, so everybody needs time off.
10 out of 10 can confirm.
What was that?
10 out of 10 can confirm.
Yeah, right? No, but this is a great story. I mean, look, this is when S.H.I.E.L.D. took May Parker to a secure location. The agents were picking up the mess that the 5 of the Ultimate 6 created. Nick Fury was watching in a deep rage. You had Bruce Banner. You had so much going on. Captain America finally told Fury what his problem is with S.H.I.E.L.D. and others creating these maniacs, all because they're trying to recreate Captain America. I mean, that was the crazy part. That's how the villains were happening. You know, the chief of staff tells Norman it's a no-go. There was so much that happened in this series, but you expect no less from Brian Michael Bendis. And Brian Michael Bendis is just such a great writer, and he pulls the best out of the artists he works with. This is a great page, and you know what? Actually, I'm going to do the thing that I enjoy doing just a little bit. I'm going to... Good evening, Nick, Kyle, Jordan, and all. Thanks, Will. And my phone is ringing. I would have thought I would have been smart enough to turn it off. I'm sorry. So while this is happening... let's drop this to $4.95.
All right, why don't you go silence your phone? I'll change the price, and we'll reconvene in 10
and you
seconds.
can show the art without me, and you can talk about it. Sorry, guys.
I can't do that. I can't hold it up. But we can reconvene in 10 seconds once Nick silences his phone, and I get the price changed. Remember, guys, if you're out there watching, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button. Sharing is caring. Unless you have a cold, then don't share. But sharing is caring. Share this out. The more people who show up, the more fun we have. What's up, Will? In the comments, how you doing? It's good to see you again, buddy. And Nick is back. See, it only took us 10 seconds, and that gave me enough time to remind everybody, hit subscribe.
Yeah, definitely hit subscribe. Please do hit like. Please do share. We really appreciate it. Look, we're here to talk about art, to hit up art, to share art, to enjoy this hobby. You know, I'm really fortunate that I get to enjoy the hobby with so many great people. This is an extension of comics that is more fun than I ever could have imagined. It's funny. I used to buy original art I used to buy original art a bunch, and then about 27 years ago, I stopped. It did coincide with the comic book market falling apart. And then one day I was in San Diego Comic-Con talking to Albert Moy, and Albert said, you know, Nick, you look like a complete issue guy. And he talks me into this complete issue of a comic, one of my favorite artists. And he did the one thing to me that I'm willing to do for everybody else. He gave me time payments. And it got me addicted. And that's how we got you addicted. That's how Will and I got you addicted, with time payments.
It's true. I mean, I've spent more in 6 months on comic art than I think I have on food. But that's just because the price of deli meats is affordable right now. But, no, it's true. It's, this is a hobby that I very quickly became addicted to. And it's great because I like, as much as I like preserving comics, which is why I'm a silver and gold collector. It's my collection is primarily silver and gold now. I like preserving comics too, like in the art form. So now everything I've bought is going behind UV glass and is going to be on display for people to see, but also protected because I'm spending the money to have it so that it won't fade, so that it won't be, all of that kind of stuff. Shelter is not necessary. That's true. I didn't say I spent more than it on shelter.
You said food.
Food is overrated. I don't know, man. I'm a fat kid. Food is not overrated.
I've noticed you've lost some weight since you started buying art.
But I've also had to gain weight for stress eating over how am I going to pay for the art.
I thought it was stress eating from having to work with me. So
I mean, I stress eat because there's food in front of me and I get stressed about how much food I've eaten, so I stress eat some more. Like, I know my brain.
All right, you want to see stress? You want to see stress? I'm going to show you stress. I am going to show Flash the Speed Buggy crossover, the one-shot by Scott Lobdell and Brett Booth, inked by Norm Rapmund. This is issue 1, page 8. And the reason why this stresses me out is because this page is beautiful. And I have a feeling
I'm going to buy it?
Somebody's going to buy it. But, I present my art on the air, and that's the roll of the dice. If somebody buys it, then that's the way it all rolls. So this is only 3 years old, and we have it tonight for $3.95, but it is fantastic. Look at the energy that Brett Booth is putting in the page. Look at the
internet. You've got 45 minutes.
And the thing that I want to bring up is, I think it was announced today that Brett Booth is working on the next Spawn series. So
I really thought you were going to say they're going to do another Speed Buggy series, and I was going to be like, hold on, I got to go subscribe.
Oh, dude, listen, if there was another Speed Buggy series, I mean, forget about it. That would be all over it. But check it out. Look, this is a great one-shot. These are all the fun one-shots. I mean, you had the Elmer Fudd Batman one-shot. You had all those great one-shots. Look at that half-page splash of Wally West. I know, right, Spencer?
That's the one reason I'm giving everybody else 45 minutes, Spencer. If it was Jay Garrick, it'd be mine now.
If it was Jay Garrick, it wouldn't even be up there.
Well, that's true.
But it is beautiful. So basically, what Kyle is saying to everyone is if you don't – he's giving you all 42 minutes to buy this, or he's buying it. So my stress was realized somebody was going to buy it. But check it out. Look, Brett Booth is just unbelievable. It's funny. This is a guy who started off as a Wildstorm guy with Backlash and did so many characters and had that image style over the years. But the last 10 years, his artwork has literally transformed into a new style, and it's more kinetic, it's more vibrant than it's ever been. Your mileage may vary. Did you read this one shot?
I did. I love Speed Buggy. I think Speed Buggy, other than the Fooey Mobile from Hong Kong Fooey,
right?
the greatest car in all of cartoon history.
Nice.
So this
What
is
about the Spider-Mobile? Where's that fall into?
somewhere in the bottom 7 because the big wheel beats it all the time.
There you go.
But
Well,
no, I love Speed Buggy. I love like the Hong Kong Mobile, the Mystery Machine, all of those Looney Tunes and Hanna-Barbera cars, because none of them look like they should work.
right,
Right?
and they do.
Right. And so when they did these crossovers, by the way, all of these 2018 crossovers were way better than you would think they had any right to be. What was it? It was Jonah Hex and Elmer Fudd was one of them. Jonah Hex and Bugs Bunny.
Yep, that was a great
Aquaman
one.
and Jabberjaw.
By the way, do you guys see the detail in this art? This may be the only time that Kyle is stressing now, because now he's worried somebody else will buy it. I already have to
Kit's
live with
not
the
from a
fact.
cartoon, Spencer. Kit's from a television show. Scott Lynn, thank you for sharing. The Mystery Machine, it's right there, man. It's Speed Buggy, it's the Mystery Machine, it's the Hong Kong Mobile, it's Speed Racer's car, the Mach 1. They're all right there. Wilfredo, we started 17 or 19 minutes ago.
So, yeah, let's tell everybody. Mondays and Wednesdays, we're from 6 to 8 with Comic Collectibles with Dynamic Forces. Fridays, we're 7 to 8. We only do 1 hour because a lot of the art is my art. And so I don't want to present 2 hours of my art. But this is a really cool debate. And, yeah, the Mach 5, I love the Mach 5. But listen, you're not a real man if you can't drive the Flintstones mobile. Only real people can drive that.
I mean, I can in a few weeks when I'm healed up, but I couldn't right now.
All right. There's Speed Buggy one more time. I want to show it. And we have a not so special guest on our show on Monday. We have a guest, but it's not so special. Spencer will be coming down, and actually on Monday, Spencer will be coming down and doing about a half hour or so of original art in our Comic Collectibles show. And he promises to bring very affordable art and very cool new art. So you're not going to be seeing Nick's art. You're going to be seeing art from a nice mix of creators. So I think we're going to do about 30 pieces of original art. He's going to do it differently. He's going to go speed through them. And it'll be a nice little change to our show. All right. Let's go back to, speaking of which, Bagley. I might have to jump on this. Bagley is an incredible artist and someone who Spencer reps, and hopefully Spencer will have some art from him. But this is relatively new. It's only 2 years old. It's Spider-Man Life Story volume 1, issue 3, page 10. And this is great. It's got the vision. It is so beautiful. Look at that. So I think by the way, and the inker on this is one of my favorite inkers, John Dell. So
let me ask you a question, Nick.
Yeah.
So this is a Spider-Man Life Story page that doesn't have Spider-Man on it. We're asking $2.95 for it tonight. If this had Spider-Man and Vision, $500, $600?
If it was the same layout, the same everything, I'd say $450 to $500. But I tell you what, since this does not, hey, Scott Lynn, I love you, man. Scott is tagging so many people to this show. Thank you so much, Scott. You are awesome. Sharing is caring. Yeah, if you get a chance, hit like, hit hearts. If you're on Facebook or Twitter, hit the hearts. Hit like on YouTube. Please share, subscribe. Make sure you get our notifications. So there is a lot of ways you can help support us. You can help support us just by getting the word out, and sharing would be great. Scotland, really appreciate this. You know what I want to do, though? You gave me food for thought, though, there, Kyle. Let's actually drop the price to $250 instead of $295. It is still beautiful. It is Bagley.
Oh, I think $295 is a steal. It's Mark Bagley. He's a legend.
And John Del Links, whom I love. But
I just wondered because it's a Spider-Man story and it's got Vision on it. Does in the original art world, if a Spider-Man book with a Spider-Man page, but does that affect it? Like the fact that if this was a Vision book, would this be higher because it's a Vision page?
It also depends on what's happening on the page. It really, it's what's story specific, what's happening. It's all about not the presentation, so to speak, but the whole package. So, it also depends on how special the book is, what's happening. This is a great one right now. So tell us about your special guest. What can you tell us we don't know? Lots of luck. Love you, Spencer. Yes, that is our special guest on Monday. So Spencer wants to offer one piece tonight. I think we wait till Monday for that special piece, Spencer. Save that special piece for Monday. So we got to just roll with this. We are 4 minutes till our commercial break. So anyway, look, here's the thing. When you think of the definitive Spider-Man artists throughout the years, obviously you have John Romita Sr., you have Steve Ditko, probably the two people at the top of the list, right? And your mileage may vary on which one's your favorite. Ditko defined Spider-Man, but Romita Sr. romanticized Spider-Man. But then when you go through the years, you've had Gil Kane, you've had Ross Andrew, you've had Keith Pollard, you've had John Romita Jr., who I would say is I would put him practically up there with his father when it comes to definitive Spider-Man artists. But when you go through all the years of Spider-Man, everything, Alex Saviuk, Sal Buscema's incredible run on Spectacular Spider-Man, the person up there is Mark Bagley. Now, this is written by Chip Zdarsky, so let's talk about the writer for a minute. Spider-Man Life Story is one of the best Spider-Man comics that has come out in the last 20 years. It just is. Chip Zdarsky is one of the smartest, most innovative writers in the industry, and him working with Bagley, that was pure magic. So this page, even though Spider-Man is not on this, it's drawn by Mark Bagley. To a lot of us, where the 90s artwork is so hot right now, because it goes back to our nostalgia, this is your chance to get it. Huh?
No, that was I went over to Facebook to like the thing, and you started talking on two screens.
Oh, Bagley is one of the key Spider-Man artists of all time. Spider-Man's been around, it'll be 60 years next year. And when you think about, but Bagley 30 years ago, some of his covers, some of his original art is going through the roof right now. This is someone, outside, Todd McFarlane had, relatively speaking, a brief stint on Spider-Man, but he was impactful. It was 4 years and it was impactful. But Bagley, we're looking at 30 years of Spider-Man art. So if you haven't had a chance to get it, this is your opportunity. Daryl, how are you, man? Jordan, I love you. Thank you so much for saying that. We need 2 more likes, guys. 2 more. Come on. V for victory. 2 more. And there I froze for a sec. So tonight also we have, just to let everybody know, my boy Kavi took my other Fernando Passarin art, but we have Fernando Passarin. I'm going to roll the dice and hope that this doesn't sell. But if somebody loves it, you want to pick it up, it's all good. It is really affordable at $195. This is the most affordable piece of art. And what I will say is when Kavi picked up the artwork 2 weeks ago, that money went to a good experience, to a good charity. Sorry. Matt Moore, how are you, sir? Spencer, we will catch you later, man. Damn, we were just about to say yes for him to put up that artwork.
Oh, well, and he says it's too big to carry. So
up to you if you want to patch him in, and we could do it at, we'll do it for a quick 2 minutes. But
we'll leave it to what was, and maybe he'll decide to carry it down. He'll hire a pack mule or something.
There you go. When we come back, we're also going to show some beautiful Chris Batista art, inked by Cam Smith, and a page that a double page spread we put on before, and one of the collectors asked me to bring it back, much to my chagrin. This is pencils by Ron Garney, inks by Sal Buscema, since we were just talking about Sal and his incredible spectacular Spider-Man run. Any Batman art tonight? Daryl, we have at the very, God, my mind is a terrible thing.
Let's see. We've got Batgirl.
And Daryl, let me tell
Green Lantern from DC and Hawkman, plus the Fat Flash Speed Buggy. Also available. So no Batman per se, but we have some other DC stuff.
But the Batgirl, which if you're interested in, like I said, I put it up here. The Batgirl is only $195. It is the most affordable piece of art that we have this evening. So it is definitely one for the books if you're interested. So we'll be back in 2 minutes.
Let's take a break. We'll be right back.
There's something for every imagination at your local comic shop. Visit ComicShopLocator.com to find a store near you.
All right, we're back.
We are back. I'm going to push this just a little bit. I'm going to stop promoting this in a second. But this beautiful page of Batgirl from issue 34, this is 10 years old. So this is a 10-year-old page from Fernando Pasarin. You've got Batgirl, you've got Batwoman, you've got Huntress, you've got Black Canary. You've got so many great characters on a 10-year-old piece of artwork. All this action for only $195. This is an insane price for this. So I'm not going to promote this anymore. I did my due diligence, and hopefully, if somebody buys it, I hope you'll love it as much as I have. And if not, I will consider myself fortunate that at least I only sold the speed buggy tonight. So, but this is really great art. I mean, Fernando Pasarin is one of my favorites. Like I said, 2 weeks ago show, Kavi bought the Batman as Metron page. So, the other thing I'll say is, by the way, this is actually written by Gail Simone, which is a nice plus. So,
all right. So he's sideways now. I don't know why he's sideways. There he is. Now he's right side up. We have a visitor.
From a strange visitor from another planet?
Yes.
Yo.
Hello.
Yo.
I think we need to call him the old father, not the godfather.
Yeah. How do I turn this backwards? It's like it's facing me. There we go. Camera mic. Here we go.
All right, so Spencer wants to show us a special piece of art. Let's see it, baby. Oh, that is beautiful.
This is by the legendary Marvel Comics painter Bob Larkin. It's on illustration board, approximately 14 by 20, with the image being 10 by 14. Look at the detail on this.
What's it to?
I think it was for a trading card set. He doesn't remember. But look at all the details, the detail level on this piece. I mean, this is just absolutely gorgeous. Look at the Magneto figure on there. That is absolutely gorgeous. And the price of the piece is $3,000. Now, the big thing about this also, Bob, I just minimize you guys. Hold on. There we go. We're back. Bob's family went through a trauma, and his kids respectfully threw out the great majority of his art. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, somebody messed up with my camera. I'm trying to fix this thing here.
You're good.
It's fine.
We can still
on
see
my
it.
end, it's all distorted on my end, so I'm trying to fix
Oh,
it.
it looks good.
Just let it go.
Anyhow, there's very little of Bob's artwork left. This escaped because I had it at my house, and it's the 5 pieces that he'd given me. But this is a gorgeous, gorgeous piece of art. And as I said, for tonight only, it's $3,000.
So what I will say is that this is not the way this show is supposed to work. But if anyone buys it, it's $3,000. But if no one buys it, I will be buying this tonight because that is beautiful. I'm not sure I understand how this show's supposed to work. I'm only supposed to be selling, right?
No. None of the rest of us get that privilege.
That is gorgeous. And how big did you say it was?
The full piece, that is approximately, actually, hold on. Let me measure it again. Yeah, it's 14 by 20 high, 14 high, 20 wide. And then the image area is, let's see here, I'll tell you it's wrong. It's 10 and a half by 12, about 15. So like 10 and a half by 15 is the image area.
All right. Well, it's absolutely stunning. And everybody, you have 23 minutes if you're interested. Spencer, I tell you what, and I'll cover anybody who is interested. If you need to do a payment plan, I'll cover it for 30 days. So,
yeah, I don't do time payments.
Right. So there you go. Spencer, thank you for joining us. Looking forward to seeing you on Monday. And, yeah, thank you.
I'll have all sorts of goodies for you guys. all very, very reasonably priced pages. You know, from major people in the industry, Mark Bagley pages, Scott Hanna pages, just a wide variety of talent. And we're going to do what we call lightning round. It's very, very fast. You guys, so make sure anybody who's watching that you have a notepad. Because it's, what we do is we claim it by letter. It'll be, we'll have 26 pieces and claim it by letter A, letter B, letter C, letter D.
Yep.
And it'll be super fast, super cool, very, very reasonably priced.
Okay, and we'll go through all of that. We'll go through all of that on Monday.
Yep.
So thanks,
Spencer.
And in the meantime, visit theartistchoice.com.
And laugh at my website.
Goodbye.
Hey, I just spent like 2 hours there today. We'll talk soon, Spencer.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for your patience. Listen, wow, we're up to 11 likes, which I really appreciate. If you're watching and you haven't hit like, please do. If you wouldn't mind sharing, that's awesome. Thank you all. Doing these shows is fun, mostly because I get to talk about art. I get to show art. And I get to be part of the family. We all get to work together. We're all part of the community. So, but people are here not just to look at me, not just to hear from me. So we are going to show some art. Here's someone whose art we don't get to see enough of anymore. Rick Leonardi, Green Lantern. Now, this is Green Lantern Aliens, and this is issue number 3. This is 21 years old already. By the way, pencils by Leonardi, inks by Mike Perkins, one of my favorite inkers in the world. Actually, one of my favorite artists, but when he inks people, he's fantastic. He's inked George Perez. He's inked Butch Geist. He's inked Steve Epting. And just as an artist, he's great. Omega Comics, no, the Hulk did not sell, and I'm happy to bring it back on in a minute. Just Leonardi, and some of my favorite Leonardi is from the late 80s, his Cloak and Dagger, a lot, and I loved his Spider-Man 2099 from the early 90s, but this is one of those classic crossovers that'll never happen again. You've got Kyle Rayner Green Lantern, it's Green Lantern Aliens with Marvel, with Disney owning Fox. I don't ever foresee Warner Brothers and Fox doing another crossover. So this is a page of original art that you can get by a master. And again, Rick Leonardi, inked by Mike Perkins. It is beautiful. And you know what I'm going to do tonight? And again, no pressure to anybody. I'm going to drop it 10% and make it $180. So if this is something that interests you, I have no problem.
Down below the piece you don't want to sell, Nick.
Huh?
Pick this down below the Batgirl that you really wanted to keep the Fernando Passer in.
I know. Trying to send people the other way, right? To the other title. All right. Hulk. Like I said, one of the most unique penciler inkers that I've ever seen, a book that is penciled by Ron Garney, who I personally feel is one of the best artists in the industry and who's finally getting the recognition he deserves. I mean, Ron's been around, he goes all the way back to having drawn Ghost Rider, Spirits of Vengeance back in the early 90s. Yeah, it was early 90s, right? Yeah, he led all the way up to 50. Morbius, so many other titles through the years. Recently, he did Wrath of Man with Jason Aaron a few years ago for Icon. He also had a great run on the Hulk. John Byrne wrote some of it. And he's finally getting all the attention he deserves with Keanu Reeves' Berserker. And he's just one of the best artists in the industry. But this particular issue of the Hulk, this was written by Paul Jenkins, and it's from the year 2000. So this is later when Ron came back to the Hulk. I think this was after he did JLA at DC with Kurt Busiek. I can't 100% remember at this point. But this is inked by Sal Buscema, comic book royalty. I have never seen Ron Garney inked by Sal Buscema outside of this comic.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so.
You're getting Ron Garney, as I said, one of the best artists in the industry, one of my all-time favorites, and you're getting the legendary Sal Buscema. I mean, Sal has had incredible runs. He did have a good run on the Hulk in the 70s, going into the 80s, I think, early 80s. He's most well known for Submariner, Defenders. He had some great runs on the Avengers. He did Thor, that Walt Simonson scripted that he drew, and this is just beautiful. I want to show the bottom panels. Gotta love Doc Samson in there. How great is that?
I just love the top half. I mean, the detail into, the Hulk, but then the detail into the background, which the average reader is not going to notice. Like, they're going to come to that that 2-page, half-page splash. I don't even know how you categorize that. It's a 2-page
spread,
right? But the top half of both pages is one splash.
Yep.
And they're going to see the Hulk and the guy in front of him, who I'm just going to call Agent Smith because the Matrix is on TV, and we'll go with it. I can't remember who that is from reading this book, but nobody notices the background. Nobody really is going to notice it.
Well, you know what no one has brought attention to yet?
The fact that Hulk has a man bun?
Yes! Exactly. The fact that Hulk
eats avocado toast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hulk has a man bun. Or is that just like the inking, like the back of his neck?
I think that's a man bun.
It looks like he has a man bun and a wife beater shirt on, both at the same time.
Yeah. The Hulk is really angry that his avocado toast was burnt.
I know, right? He and Iron Man went shopping to the same place from, what was that? Was it Iron Man? Was it the first Iron Man or the second one when he had the white T-shirt on?
Oh, God, I don't remember.
I guess if it was the first one, we'd remember more. That was definitely the standout movie. That movie just rocked. So everybody, if you're tuning in right now, if you would not mind hitting the like button, subscribing. It's always weird. It's easy for me to ask people to hit the like button for other people's shows. It feels, if you're supporting other people, it feels weird asking it for yourself, but I need to break out of my shell. So if you can please hit like, if you can please share, if you're on Facebook or Twitter, hit hearts if you wouldn't mind, if you're enjoying what you're seeing. It helps our algorithm, and it would be greatly appreciated. We do these shows for fun. We do these shows to present great artwork. We do these shows to talk about art, and we enjoy them. And it's the most important part of this. I love comics. I've loved comics since I was 13 years old. I've been doing this for 39 years. Started off as a weekend warrior, and the fact that you allow us to come into your home is really appreciated. So I want to thank you for that. And we got a message from Ruben. As someone who's sold a lot of Hulk art in the list, I can state unequivocally that $800 for this Garney Hulk is a great value and perfect for new collectors. What up, Nick? What up, Ruben? Thank you. So if this is of interest, I will do a layaway plan. So
yes.
It is
Nick
a bit
is
of
offering time payments. Speaking of things that people might need to make time payments on, in the notes, there was something that really struck my eye, and it's another piece of Mark Bagley art. Yeah.
Look at how beautiful that is.
Mark Bagley, Scott Hanna, Spider-Man, and Jamie Foxx. Wasn't he Mysterio? Who was Mysterio? Was he Mysterio? I haven't watched the
No,
new
Jamie
Spider-Man
Foxx was
movies.
Electro.
Okay, well, I haven't watched the new Spider-Man movies. Hashtag not my Spider-Man.
No, you're thinking of Jake Gyllenhaal.
Okay, sure.
Look, this is.
I'm a Tobey Maguire Spider-Man guy, so
Look, I'm taking it out of the plastic. This is
That seems
from
risky.
a movie poster. Look at how great Scott Hanna inked this. It is beautiful. I would honestly, considering this is actually printed, now this was used as a poster giveaway at the theaters. You know, see the movie opening weekend and get a free poster. This was a poster given away. We try not to talk too much about value, but with the price of collectibles where they're at, it's hard not to mention it. And before I get into that, I will say, don't buy any art unless you love it. You need to love the artwork. Do not buy it for speculation purposes. Do not buy it to do a quick flip. You may end up getting disappointed. Buy it because you love it. Omega, I will go back to the Batgirl in a minute. Great. The Batgirl and the Speed Buggy are going tonight. In my opinion, and this is my opinion, this is a $3,000 piece. This really, really is a $3,000 piece. When I picked it up for $1,500. So that's what I paid for it. So I'm literally only making $300 on it. Now, keep in mind, this was picked up when it first came out. So, it's been a little bit, but this is a great value. This is absolutely positively gone for more than $300. I just wanted to add something to make it feel like I didn't give it away. So it is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful art. If you can afford this, this is a great piece to add to your collection. Yeah, and I would do a payment plan if you wanted to put some money down and pay the rest in 30 days. I would work with someone on it. So I'm not going to put it back in here in case I show it again. And let's go to the Batgirl. Here you go, Omega. Check it out. Look at all the characters. I mean, again, Huntress, Batwoman, Black Canary, fighting. Can 8 of you viewers who haven't hit the thumbs up, please do it now? Thank you, Ruben. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I mean, look at that bottom panel. So there you go, Omega. $195 for artwork that is 10 years old. And here you go. Look.
Let's show everybody the Speed Buggy again. That way I don't feel guilty for only showing it once and claiming, throwing down the gauntlet and never showing it again.
All right, so here we go. Brett Booth, an incredible artist. As we said, when he started years ago, he was a Wildstorm Jim Lee guy, worked on Backlash, worked on so many Image comics. When he moved, he actually, I can't remember what he did in between, but eventually he was working with the DeBell brothers, working on Jim Butcher and some prose books from authors into original graphic novels. We were fortunate enough to work with him. And then he started getting back into superhero work, started working at DC, at Valiant, eventually did the Flash Speed Buggy. He did the Flash series, the 4-issue series of Kid Flash with Scott Lobdell after Heroes in Crisis. And he's now working with Todd McFarlane on Spawn. He moved to do some X-Men work at Marvel, but then the Todd Godfather called him and said, "Hey, Brett, why don't you come over and work for me? We got Spawn relaunching." And I say this with love when I say it like that. But this is the way Todd in interviews said he did it. He would just call people up and go, why don't you come work with me? I'll give you a better deal. And you know what? Spawn is on fire. But you have approximately 7 minutes if you like this, because if you do not buy it, then Kyle will. And yes, Wilfredo, you got it. If you need to make payments, we're good. So
yes,
Wilfredo has claimed this.
Take it, Wilfredo.
All right. What have we not shown yet? Oh, this Mighty Avengers 28. This is Christos Gage and Dan Slott, Khoi Pham pencils, Danny Miki inks. 2007. I cannot believe how much time has flown. This is 14 years old. Beautiful Scarlet Witch. The Mighty Avengers. This is like in the middle of some of the Young Avengers storylines that were happening. It's just a beautiful piece of art. You know what we're going to do with this? I do love this. Not as much as I love Fernando Passer in our speed buggy. But you know what we're going to do? We're going to drop this down to 195 as well. It's just a great page. It's Khoi Pham. It's hard to get some of his artwork these days. Beautiful Danny Miki, and we're just dropping it down to 195. This is something that I love these two panels. These are my favorite panels. When you look at her eyes, when you look at the emotion in their faces, it's just terrific. Well, Fredo, why did you miss last Monday? We noticed you don't watch shows on your days off. You only watch shows when you're working. What's up with that? We love you, Wilfredo. You're the man. Khoi did a cover for you? Oh, that's awesome. Congrats. Listen, Wilfredo is doing his own comic book, and he actually hired Roberto Castro, one of our artists, to do a cover, and we may be helping him with the colors. Obviously, it's up to him if he needs the help, but you got it. When Wilfredo is ready to show some of the art, Wilfredo, Kyle and I will show it on one of the shows to give you some free attention, my friend.
Absolutely.
So, were you saying something, Kyle? I'm sorry.
No, I was saying that when Wilfredo's ready, we'll have him on. We'll do some stuff. We actually have a show for something like that I'm developing right now.
Nice.
Just
Omega,
kind of thing.
I cannot drop the Batgirl to 160. I'm sorry. There's a few that I will drop, but again, look, this was 150 10 years ago. Going to 195 is really a steal considering everything that's here. So, every once in a while I'll drop things even more, but I try not to actually negotiate on the air outside of giving people time payments. So no pressure either way, but at 195, this is a steal. Real quick, just as a quick reminder, our shows are Mondays and Wednesdays from 6 to 8, Fridays from 7 to 8. Mondays and Wednesdays are Comic Collectibles with Dynamic Forces. This coming Monday, we will have a special guest for a half hour with a lot of artwork that we would not normally have, and a lot of it will be affordable artwork. Much of it will be under $400, like some of this is. And it's going to be a nice new variety that will only be available then. Tonight, is Henri on after me? I know that
after this is actually a version of the show I was just talking about with Wilfredo. It's me and an artist named Mark Mullaney.
Okay.
Talking about his book Ninja Bear, and he is live drawing on that show. And then following him is Friday Night Live with Nancy McKeon.
So, Wilfredo, basically what Kyle is saying is he'll have you appear on one of our shows. You'll get a whole segment to talk about your comic and get yourself some free hype. All right.
Mhm.
So we've got 1.5 minutes left. So I'm going to go through everything quickly. We have Green Lantern Aliens, pencils by Rick Leonardi, inks by Mike Perkins. I brought this down to 180. We have also, we didn't get to the Hawkman, we'll do it another time. We have Spider-Man Life Story number 3, page 10. It has the Vision, $250, John Dell inks. We have the Mighty Avengers, which I just showed with Khoi Pham. We have the Spider-Man movie poster by Mark Bagley and Scott Hanna. Again, happy to do payment plan on that. Let's see. We have the Hulk. Pencils by Ron Garney. Inks by Sal Buscema. Again, happy to do a payment plan if you need it. Beautiful double page spread. Again, another piece of art that is 20 years old. And you have one of the best artists in the industry, Ron Garney. Inked by a living legend, Sal Buscema. We have Ultimate 6, number 5. One of the best pieces of the night. On so many levels because it's Trevor Harshen and it's hard to get his art these days. Inked by Danny Miki. And also, I think you pointed out 2003, 18 years old. The Flash Speed Buggy has sold to Wilfredo. And last but not least, Batgirl 34, page 15. This is Fernando Passerin, pure pencils. And this was written by Gail Simone. And the one page we did not get to, which I will show real quick, Hawkman, Volume 4, number 49, page 17, Chris Batista, one of my personal favorite artists, inked by Cam Smith, one of my favorite inkers. So, and this is $295. So,
all right, man, we're out of time.
We're out of time. Thank you, everybody, for bringing us into your homes. We appreciate it more than I can ever express. I really love doing this. I hope you enjoy it as much as we do. And I look forward to seeing you on Monday. And don't forget, we got more shows. Again, Kyle has his show. Nancy McCann has a show. Tomorrow night, we have 6 hours of great shows from 5 to 11. And then Sunday, we have Fat Jack's Comic Crypt at 6. And at 8, we have a comic shop. So thanks, everybody. Take care. Thank you, Jordan, Ruben, everybody. Thank you.